Detroit and the metropolitan area over there, all of Michigan, Ohio, if you want to come through. We will be in Detroit August 22nd, St. Andrews Hall.
Yes, sir.
To give our 8 Mile moment. I feel like you guys stole.
8 Mile moment.
Yeah. I mean, you could play Papa Doc.
Yeah, I could.
We could reenact that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also there to prove that Coney Island dogs are better in Coney Island than they are in Detroit, but I want no smoke with y'all. It's cool that you adopted the Coney, but you know, that's ours.
August 22nd, St. Andrews Hall, Detroit. Tickets available now.
No, Rory and Mal.
Welcome to a new episode of the new Rory and Mal podcast. I am Mal.
I'm Rory.
And Rory, today we are joined by someone call him a legend, a myth.
I would say a staple. Yeah, he's an icon in his own right.
Definitely an icon. One of the greatest reality shows probably in history of reality TV.
Yes, I would be comfortable putting it on the Mount Rushmore of reality
100%.
TV, without question.
I didn't miss an episode.
Neither did I.
One of the stars of the show, and a guy that I probably always wanted to have a conversation with because he always seemed like a cool guy. Pretty cool guy, from what I can gather.
The most relatable on the show, I would say.
Yeah, he wasn't too weird.
Yeah.
Didn't get into too much bullshit.
He did the reality
cool.
TV thing, but you could tell he pulled it back when everyone else was trying to get
like,
there.
I get it. The camera's on, but I'm not going too crazy. Today, we are joined with our guy, Vinny.
Guadagnino.
Guadagnino?
I didn't know if you were going to say it. Yeah.
I mean, nah, I was around a lot of Italians. I can try.
You hit it. Yeah.
My best.
Guadagnino?
Yeah, Guadagnino.
Guadagnino. Vinny Guadagnino.
But not just reality TV, also stand-up comedian. And what I found out today, a male stripper. When I was doing my detailed interviewing research.
Vinny, you out there making it shake for some change?
I've done a lot of Z-list shit in my career. That might have been my
You can't say Z-list though, because you were a stripper at Chippendales.
I know.
That's like as high as it
That's
gets.
the pinnacle. That's like the holy grail of strip club.
Well, what's funny is that like most guys like are male strippers first and then become poppin'. Like Channing Tatum and shit. But I did it at the peak of my career. Just because I thought it was fun.
Yeah. The Benjamin Button reverse of
Yeah.
male stripping.
Chippendales is like it's like watching like an off-Broadway play because they do have like real male strip clubs. Haven't been. Haven't been. But they have male strip clubs where it's like grungy and they're showing their meat, but not at Chippendales. Chippendales is like a show. There's lighting. There's surprisingly wardrobe.
Okay.
And there's like techs and, you know, it's in a theater. Pyro. Yeah.
So it's more like The Box, right?
Yeah, the box in London.
The box gets crazy.
Yeah, the box is crazy.
No one shoots milk out of their ass.
You didn't shit on the stage?
I did not take a shit. No ping pong balls came out of my ass.
So it's more thespian work than it is really strip
it's
club
literally like and they've had other people before me. They've had like Tyson Beckford did it, and they always get like somebody that was on like 90210 back in the day. I was different for them though because like I wasn't really like washed up. Like I kind of was again like while I was on the show, I was doing it just because it's a hard void to fill. Pause because like you have to do.
I like how he paused that, but none of the shit with the Chippendales.
Well,
that's theater work. You can't pause theater work.
I get it. Yeah,
that was in my head while I was saying fill the void.
Right. Every night before he went on stage, he did the cross and went pause.
Yes, but not like because you need to find someone that's like. You know, still popping that they can sell tickets.
Yeah, it's Vegas. So.
And someone that wants to do that, like a guy like married with children might not want to do that, who will also live in Vegas for 6 weeks.
You did Dancing with the Stars too, right?
Did that too. Some more Z-list shit.
That is
nice.
Dancing with the Stars is A-list shit, bro.
Nah.
Speaking of Channing Tatum, they did it with Beyonce,
They make fun of the stars are more famous. The dances are more famous than the stars now.
There's
it comes and goes. It ebbs. Like sometimes they'll have like my season had popping people like Charlie D'Amelio and Wayne Brady. Like they were pretty popping, but it was known for a while. Like they're running out of stars. You know what I mean?
So you've had a pretty busy career post Jersey Shore. You've been doing a lot of shit.
Yeah. Well, we were talking off camera, and like the original Jersey Shore was on. And then we had some spin-off shows from then. Yeah. But then we came back with Jersey Shore Family Vacation, which is a kind of its own niche thing. Not everybody watches it. Yeah. But during that run, I let go of like the ego and all that shit. And I mean, I won't like do anything, but I'm like,
shrooms,
I just want to make the money. What'd you say?
Shrooms, ayahuasca? What made the ego go away?
Oh, no, just like, when we first got on the show, I guess like it was the biggest TV show like in the world at a point. And then it stopped, and then like the money kind of stopped coming in, and we were off the show for like 5 or 6 years or something. And during that time I was working on little shit, but then like, I became an adult and I'm like, I had bills and stuff. So I took full advantage of the new version. That's why I was like, all right, like, let's do that. Let's do that. Again, like something I have to kind of like and enjoy, but I definitely took a lot of opportunities to do it. 3 dating shows.
We were talking, I forgot how many episodes it was ago, about like bachelor parties. And we were saying, if your girl has male strippers at her bachelor party, it's kind of a red flag. I just feel like women that like male strippers is weird. Like, it's kind of odd to me. What's some of the weirder shit that happened at Chippendales?
I mean, I've seen it's definitely a different experience. Like, you go to a male strip club, where there's women strippers, like men are very respectful. They sit there, they don't fuck around. But they're at the Chippendales, like they're grabbing, they're going crazy, they're definitely there to have a good.
Women don't respect our bodies.
Yes, they objectify us.
Objectify us. Yeah, we just pieces of meat. That's it.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of gay men at those shows too?
Only like 1 or 2 sprinkled in the crowd. There's always a couple of them, but like the dancers, a lot of them are gay.
Really?
Yeah,
I can see that
because it's like a show. It's not, a real male. Like the host is gay, and
they went to LaGuardia High School. It didn't work out. So
no, literally, like it's not easy to get dancing work for like someone that went to school their whole life. So if they're hot and Chippendales is hiring, they're like, fuck it,
Did any women like try to hire you for like a private after party or something?
I'm not really. I never really got offers like that. I know the other guys that are more in the strip game kind of
strip game.
Knee deep in the strip game.
Yeah,
it was life. They life.
Sometimes you lose yourself in that game.
Yeah,
some of them got to do what they got to do, but I never did that. But like sometimes, like one time there was it wasn't on me, but it was on one of the others. The guy, the host. They do like this role reversal thing, like during this game with the audience, where she gives you a lap dance.
Okay.
And after she gave him the lap dance, he got off stage and he had period blood on his pants.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, wow.
So you get a lot of stuff like that happening there. Girls are like throwing up. There's wheelchairs.
Women are disgusting.
It's a lot.
That's creatures.
I mean,
at Chippendales, yes. There are filthy creatures there.
How many male strippers do you think have like ruined marriages?
Not many.
Like marriages get ruined. That's a thing. Yeah. But I don't know if I could like stomach if someone asked me what happened and my answer was male stripper.
I mean, I don't know. For the most part, I feel like women treat male strippers like it's comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even like women don't really like ripped up guys. You know what I'm saying? Like women, like their taste is so subjective, and ours is like pretty standard of like what like a hot girl is. But you can see one of those guys that's all steroids and jacked, and like girls will be like, ew, like I don't want that. So I don't know. It's kind of
like robots.
Yes, exactly.
Like, they move funny.
Yeah, and they're gonna be dumb.
Yeah,
if they have like those like really ripped up bodies,
Yeah. Fuck those
bunch
guys.
of Gronks up there.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
I feel like so when Maul tries to impress a girl, he invites her to like one of our live shows to like, show her what he can do on the stage.
Start stripping up there?
I do not. I don't know.
I could imagine though if like I'm trying to get to know a girl and I'm stripping, like what that would be like. Yeah, come to my office,
bro. That was the best part. That's why, because people used to ask, they would ask me like, did you hook up with girls in the crowd or like anything like that? But it was never that. It was more of like, it was in Vegas and there was always like an IG baddie that was like in town who would hit me up because I'm like on billboards and shit. And they're like, we want to come to your show. So like, it would be the perfect place to have a girl come to your show because like, everyone's pre-gaming. They just saw me naked pretty much. And that's it. Next thing you know, we go out to a club and have a good time from there.
Pretty much got the what sign are you? What are you into conversation over by that point. See me butt ass.
What's your favorite color?
So that I guess that strikes me as you're somebody that goes through his request DMs.
I do like a quick scroll through nowadays. I don't really a quick sweep. Quick sweep.
Look at the Abby. Are you a DMer like that?
I don't know. Like I've evolved over time, but now like I'll do likes first. No follow. Okay. Just a little poke. If I get a like back, then we'll start to go into follow territory.
1 like or 3 likes? I do the 3. We're playing a similar game here.
If she's hot enough, then I might need to make sure she saw it. So it might be like 3 to 10.
10.
10 is wild.
The spam is crazy.
That's my type of talk. Right?
The 10's when they screenshot it and then it's like a thing. It fills the phone.
Yeah.
3 is like,
If 3 doesn't work, you have to go back to like 2017 and start liking those photos. Then she'll start realizing.
That's weird. That's
Super
weird.
weird.
Yeah. 1 is 3. I guess, yeah. It's usually an average of 3, I would
3
say.
is safe.
3 is
Three
good.
is
3
safe,
is
yeah.
Or if she has an active story, like a story, because that shit's gone in like 24 hours anyway.
Yeah, that usually happens after I follow. I'll start to go into the story and take it from
So this
there.
is a whole process for you. You have like a whole step-by-step tutorial.
Yes. Nowadays, yes. It used to be just like I was more liberal with the DMs and stuff like that, but now it's like I actually am looking for something more serious.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit more like intentional, and it's not just to smash.
Yeah.
Well, Instagram's confusing because it is a dating app, but everyone's not there to date. So there is some gray area. I feel like
I would say most people kind of aren't. I don't know. Like, I feel like nowadays, like, I'm not really, especially like if she's too good to be true, she probably is, I like to go on the dating apps first.
Okay, dating app guy.
So you're on dating app.
What are you
I'm on
Raya?
one. I'm on Raya.
Yeah.
Which is not great.
It sucks.
It's not great.
He's big in the Raya streets.
Okay.
It's not a street. It's just
He pays mortgage in Raya streets.
Raya's awful.
Happily pays his property tax.
Am I wrong for saying this? I think there's like the air of like pretentiousness and just like no one's there to actually execute a plan. It's just the status of being seen and being on the app.
Yeah. Someone said it was like going to a dance and then no one's dancing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I guess so. But what I'll do is like, I'll see who's just looking for that and then go to Instagram from there.
Okay.
And then hit them up on Instagram. It just shows like who's there for real. Like it's like when you're at the Brazilian steakhouse, It's like the green card or the red card is
Like,
up.
I'm done.
Yeah, like
Bring me some more.
who wants some meat is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
It's just a green
Who's
light
ready
all the
for
way down
some
the
meat?
6 weeks in Vegas.
So you're
Is there black women on Raya like that? I'm really asking. I've never been.
Nice transition there.
Because it must be tough for you on Raya.
No, there's some.
Mostly models.
Yeah. Which is a whole other kind of thing. Which
Yeah.
And
if
I
you're
mean
into the Raya streets, the models aren't great. Don't even mean, but
wait, I want to know what y'all mean.
What do you mean?
Why the silence now?
y'all the Raya alumni. Y'all the Raya alumni. Like, don't get quiet now.
Whatever Vinny says is going to be the clip. Go ahead.
Models are great. They're beautiful.
They're God's gifts.
They're God's gifts. Well, they know they're God's gifts.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
That's the problem,
That's
yeah.
the problem. But
So I'll say it because you guys won't. They're stupid. Is that what you're getting at?
It's not the intelligence. It
Okay.
really has nothing to do with that. It's just I don't like, it's,
Because that's a stereotypical thing with models, which we know is not true because we
I know some.
Yeah.
some very intelligent models.
yeah, I'm right here. What's up?
Well,
You have model in your Raya.
No. Well, actually, I think I do.
definitely.
Well, no, I think I have my agency in it. Whatever. It doesn't, it's my
He
agency.
definitely does.
I feel
I have
like-
my agency
I
in
feel
my
like if a
thing.
male model and a female model are in a relationship, it's still a gay relationship. I don't think it's heterosexual.
like
That's definitely gay.
yeah, like Nara Smith.
I don't know which one that is.
Yeah,
That's the girl that
Dara
be
Smith that
making-
makes everything from scratch. She's married to Lucky Smith.
Yeah,
You guys
and
are saying that. Oh yeah, I've seen her face before. Yeah.
but the
married to
husband.
22.
I get what you're saying.
It's look how he.
They're
curls
like
his hair.
it's like a cartoon. When the husband is a model too, it's kind of something. But yeah, a little bit of a lack of substance, and also just like models are like they're like once you actually want to settle down with someone, you want to find someone that actually meshes into your specific life
Mhm.
and what you want, like who's going to be your missing puzzle piece. Like, not to sound corny, but models are very like aloof. Like they're flying here, they're in Europe for a couple months, they're like, I'm in LA for a couple months and shit. So I don't know if that really like meshes into my life. Like like a suburb gal.
Yeah.
That like, just wants to like kind of become a wife and just have a job, but kind of like she wants to have kids and shit. Like, I don't really get that vibe from models in New York. I don't know if you could agree.
Oh, yeah.
They
No,
will
you're right. You're
eventually.
100%.
Yeah, they live in a different lifestyle.
If they're 23 years old, yeah, of course, but eventually.
Well, when they're 30 something, they're probably not models anymore.
yeah, they have no choice based on the industry that they're in, which is not our fault. We're not saying anything about 30-year-old women, but I still feel like that's a better relationship to me if you have the same type of schedule and you just want to like actually date before kids. If you have to
Having
go
them
film
all-
for 3 months, but still want to be in a relationship, it may be tough to have that suburban girl that's like, well, no, you can't go away for 3 months.
I don't know. My job like isn't really like that anymore. I'm home most of the time. We film sprinkled out throughout the year. And but I get what you're saying though. Like I wouldn't mind someone having their own thing and having to travel for a little bit, but like I'll be talking to a model and then I'll be like, hey, so like are you looking for a relationship? Which, you know, everyone says they're not because they don't want to seem thirsty. Yeah. Which is really
Wait, they're on a dating app.
Exactly. Well, yes, exactly. They're on dating apps. They're single. They're on a date with me.
Wait,
They're here.
They're right here.
Right next to me.
Maybe my brain is too simple for this. If you're on a dating app, I thought they always say, I'm not just trying to fuck. Like I'm on here to actually meet someone.
I've turned into the woman who's like looking for the relationship and like they're just trying to fuck me.
Yeah.
You're telling them to slow down, like let's go to dinner.
Literally, like let's like, you know,
I want to get to know
I want to start a family.
Yeah.
You know.
Yo, telling the girl that you just met, I want to start a family. That's
that ass. I'm like, how many kids you want? I'm like, get this shit out of the way right away.
You get right to the point.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, just not. I mean, a little like facetious, but
yeah,
something like that. But a lot of
let them know that you're looking for something.
Yeah, I feel like society has kind of like taught people nowadays to like steer away from that, and it's almost like weird if you kind of like start talking like that right away. So, you know, they'll say to me, they'll be like, well, I'm not looking for a relationship, but if it happens, it happens. I want to build a friendship first, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God. This is what so you sound like me. Sorry to interrupt you because they do that all the time. We have this argument where I tell them on the first date, you go into the first date, setting your intentions. This is what I want. I'm not saying I want it from you, but this is what I want. And they say that it's weird to say that you want and they're like, well, I don't even know you. Why are you saying you want a relationship? I'm not saying I want one with you. I'm saying that I want one. See, Vinny agrees with me. He has sense.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. I used to be on the other side of it for a long time. This is kind of new, so now, like, you know, I actually feel bad for a lot of girls that I was the one that did that to when they were looking for something serious.
And this is your karma now.
This is my karma now, yeah, because like, you know, but again, it's a lot of the models, and you know, they'll say, I'll be like, so, you know, are you looking for something? They'll be like, kinda, but I'm gonna go like live in Europe next month for 6 months and stuff. Like, I just think like somebody has to when you want a relationship, like you got to be ready to like make somebody a priority, and they're not, you know, like I don't think a relationship is their priority at the time. They want to make money, they want to be successful, and you know, especially like when you live in New York City, like that's why you come here. You come here to like start, like become successful, not really start a family. You know what I mean?
Everything JD Vance hates is what we live.
Basically, yeah.
Here's a new strategy. What if you became the suburban housewife and you flew out to Europe with her? Well, she flies you out, of course.
She flies me out.
And you kind of just be the
stay-at-home dad, like with the what's that little fucking backpack with the kid? Oh yeah. I like those.
Those. Amara, I mean, she can't fit that anymore. She just runs around. But I was definitely that guy right here. But I wouldn't mind being eventually the stay-at-home dad. It's your turn.
Nah,
I'll fly to where you going.
Nah, I can't be a stay-at-home dad. Staying at home is cool, but as a dad,
right?
Like this is my life. That just seems
with
like,
my kids. No.
Yeah, like that just seems like
you're more of the abandoning like type.
No, I just don't want to be the one that stays at home though. Like just with the kid all day.
Well,
that's cool on the weekend.
You can leave the house, Ma.
With the kid though.
Yeah, but
but I'm just saying I don't
You're
want
acting like the kid's an ankle monitor. Like,
well, I mean, technically it is. I mean, you can't go nowhere without it. But I mean, I don't know if I would want that as my life. To just, this is what I do every day. My girl leaves, she goes and works.
Well, also now we're getting red pill
sandwiches.
We're getting red pill with the masculine and the feminine and different energies that I feel like I like different energies in a household. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if she's going out to work and put bread on the table, I feel like she's the head honcho.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She's Andrew Tate.
You can't let that happen. You can't, as a man, you can't let that
exactly.
You can't let your girl go to work and bring in some income.
Go to work, but not if you're not doing nothing, if you're not bringing in no income.
I mean, what if
at that point you lost
whoever
your house?
pays the bills like has the dick in the house. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So,
and it's only one dick in my house. So
I mean, all right. So let's use like Oprah and Stedman for some example here. Like some women are the complete breadwinner and need a full schedule to just go out. You can't be also working. Or our kids are going to be abandoned.
That Oprah Stedman thing is very like...
It's the end conversation we're having here. But
we talking about Oprah.
What does he do?
He was successful in his own right. He's just not Oprah.
Yeah, that's like Oprah is...
But she calls the shots. She's a billionaire.
She's Oprah.
And you,
she has
at that point,
she has her side chick living in the house.
At that point, you just got to shut the fuck up. If you're Stedman...
That's what I'm saying. Now you get to have a side chick living in the house. You know what I mean?
Gail has
I wouldn't mind that, honestly. That would be cool.
Having a side chick live with you?
If my girl had a side chick living in the house.
A man. Woo, everybody clap it up for Vinny. A real man.
Why? Because I'm
all
cool
men
with
would
bisexual.
be opposed to that. Whoa, what a crazy take there. Living in the house, I think, is fucking crazy.
I get a lot of those, like, because you meet a lot of bisexual women in New York, and like they're like,
you meet a lot of women that think they're bisexual in New York.
That's true. That's true. But there's always like, I think they're lying, but they're like, like a lot of guys say they would be jealous of their girl getting with another girl, like without you there or whatever. I wouldn't give a fuck.
I love it.
They shamed me for saying I'd have no issue with it.
Oh,
they didn't believe me at all.
I'm not intimidated at all.
Great. Take her for the night, man.
You say that, but if you come in the house and your girl and her girlfriend is in there licking each other like at the post office stamp section.
That's fire.
That's fire. It's cool once, twice, but if every day you come home and they just fucking...
They're going to need a dick eventually.
Will they?
Yeah.
I mean, they have dicks now.
Yeah.
Nah, they need a dick.
Demaris is wearing one right now.
They don't have... They don't have my dick. They don't have Chip and Dale's
wearing a strap
dick.
with Daisy Dukes on is crazy.
My shit will be touching my knee, first of all.
Having a strap on with shorts is the funniest fucking thing.
Oh, man.
I'm so sorry.
We have a lot of, I would say more on the butch side, if that's the correct term, lesbian listeners. And
nice.
They let us know that they walk around like with jeans on and they got the strap on under that. Like they'll go out to the club with the strap.
I don't know what to call. I'm not intimidated.
You wear it when you're out. You don't just like talk. They don't keep it in their bag. Have you ever gone out?
If you can't bring the backpack, I know I didn't go out with my. Shut up, Julian.
Correct.
For
like to the pool party, you didn't bring a strap.
4 people.
Just having a strap in the beach bag is fucking crazy.
That's what I'm picturing.
Next to the like sunscreen.
Yeah. Always have to be prepared. I may have my Jersey Shore history wrong. Didn't you have like a threesome with some butch girls on one season?
I would say more like tomboyish than
Butch was wrong. But they were on leading that side.
Yeah, no, it was
Did you feel like you were the leader or did you fall in line?
Well, maybe that's what makes me like not intimidated by it, because like as tomboyish as they were, and they were not lipstick lesbians. No. They were like real lesbians, and they were still very excited. They were like you know,
look, they wore you out. You look exhausted.
Yeah,
that was fully clothed. Well, I guess it's TV.
Being in the bed, in the bed with the hat on is crazy.
Did you fuck with the hat on?
She had a hat on at one point too. We both had hats on.
I sent Demaris a meme this morning. It was a girl with a snapback on and a jersey, and it said, "All the women that dressed like this in 2013 are single mothers now."
Yep.
So does MTV just have like a whole catalog of everyone's sex tapes?
Yes.
Because they didn't turn the cameras off, I assume.
No.
They didn't air it, but
back then, 24/7, you know, people were just fucking, and it's somewhere.
So you guys,
I hope that's burnt somewhere, like doesn't exist.
The way they're selling music catalogs, they're definitely going to sell your sex tapes.
Oh man.
So you still
there's a lot of undercover shit though.
Do you still how often do you go down to the shore and like just walk around?
Not often. I I used to go back a little bit when I lived in Staten Island, because that's how the shore thing happens. Like people from Staten Island go to the shore. That's like their Hamptons, I guess you would say. Now that I live in the city, you know, I don't really get back there, and I try to go to the Hamptons, which sucks. I always complain about it, but
you don't like the Hamptons?
Nah. Nah. I like the aesthetic of the Hamptons. Okay. I love like the houses, but it's just like everyone's going at the same time, and it can't handle everything is overpriced.
Yeah.
And you know, like I like black girls, not a lot of them out there. No. So it's just
the right Hamptons party.
If you go to like but any parties, if you go to the right party, I'm talking about like the
I mean, you gotta go to Michael Rubin's.
Yeah, I was saying Michael Rubin's for one night of the summer.
Yeah.
But like when your family was out,
I'm not invited to.
They They had all the black girls out
It
there.
was some pretty black, but that was like a specific event going on.
Yeah.
Not just
they don't like
random
have them at
weekend.
like Surf Lodge and shit.
Yeah,
You know,
no.
that's like the place where everyone
No,
goes.
that's surf.
Where do you go to pick up women outside of a dating app if you like black women in New York City?
Not a lot of places. I like mostly through. I'm an introvert. I'm like older now. I hate hangovers. So Vinny from Jersey Shore is not Vinny from Jersey Shore anymore.
Mm.
You know, I'm tired. But like once in a while, I'll go out and unfortunately, a lot of my type and stuff don't really live in New York. They live like in other places, Cali, Miami, and stuff. That's also makes it hard for me too, because I'll see like a beautiful woman that's my type that like we click and vibe and shit. But I kind of want someone that like lives near me. Yeah.
The
So
clip we were talking off mic when you were talking with Wheezy and Mandy from
Mhm.
Horrible Decisions. You said you were into Black Girls and it went viral, hit Shade Room, all that,
Mhm.
and you got a bunch of shit for it.
a little bit, predominantly positive. I think that because like what I was trying to, first of all, like, you know, don't get it twisted. I still got that dog in me, and you know, I'll get with anything. You know what I mean?
I'll get with anything.
Yo, that coming off the hey, I'm not Vinny from Jersey Shore. I'm introverted. I don't like to drink too much.
Yeah, I'll get with anything.
I don't discriminate. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Your body is not a temple. It's okay.
Yeah, but
We're
I
just
don't know.
we're on the
like,
same side.
I just being from New York and stuff. Like I grew up like, you know, in a melting pot, and even in Staten Island, like that was like my neighborhood was like, and I don't know, like Italians and black people kind of like just really get along. Like, and they do.
People don't believe. I say that all the time.
They
I'm like,
do.
yo, I get along with Italians great. Like I grew up
Yeah.
with them, like
Especially in New
dated
York.
Italian
In
women.
New York, I don't know why you have
Our
that?
generation, yes.
Okay,
Our generation for
thinking
sure.
like the
But
Bronx Tale or something.
our father's generation, I would say, probably didn't get along the same way.
Yeah, well, I feel like all different depends like where you lived and shit, but like all different ethnicities used to fight with each other,
Mm.
like and be segregated.
Like
and
I don't
shit
think
like that.
Great Kills and Park Hill got along that well
Mm,
when your dad was in his 20s.
that is
I don't think they were all just
yeah,
buddied up.
I guess you're right. I don't know. I mean, there's
our
definitely
generation broke that, I feel like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do the Right Thing did a lot of damage too. Spike Lee painted that whole like resurfaced that whole narrative that they hated.
Paint. That's what
Well, I
was
know he
going
was
on.
depicting
He
it,
just
but
turned
like,
the
You think
camera on.
Spike Lee wrote a fictional film?
He just turned
Yeah.
the camera on. Like, the fuck?
I don't know
no,
what
I
it
mean in
is.
terms of like our generation believing that, because
Mm.
I don't know. I grew up around a lot of Italian. I didn't give a shit. My dad too. My dad grew up in the '60s with a bunch of Italians. They didn't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Because like obviously here in New York, you get a lot of like Dominicans and like Hispanic people too.
Mhm.
But like I don't really ever have a lot to talk about like with those women. You know what I mean? Like they're very. I feel like they date like drug dealers and shit.
I'm gonna kill you for that one, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine. They're gonna cut me. But like black women, I don't know. Like Caribbean women, like I get along with them. Like I just like.
So that's your type. You
You're
like
preaching to
the
the
black women.
yeah. I
Caribbean
mean,
women.
I think what I might have gotten in trouble for was like, you know, because this is part of it too. I'll admit it. I do have like a physical type.
Mhm.
My physical type is curvy and slim, thick, and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
then I also said that I culturally get along with them the most.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And but you know, when people are just paying attention to the curvy thing, that's what they get mad at. But
Mm.
I'm like, I don't know. I like
I like what I like.
Oh, they said you were like fetishizing,
yes,
probably. Yeah.
yes, exactly.
That's
What-
whack though, because nobody will say that if you say you like slim women. Nobody will say you're
Because there's slim
fetishizing.
black women at the
Huh?
same time. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but even then, I would just say women fetishize black women because now all the white chicks are trying to look curvy,
Yes,
surgery to look like black women.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's.
I don't even know what a fetish really like. What's the definition of it? My therapist said it's not a bad thing to have a fetish. Like I just think people put negative like connotations on different things and shit. But is it a
Depends on
type?
what it depends on what your fetish is.
So that by the definition, a form of sexual desire in which gratification is strongly linked to a particular object or activity or a part of the body other than the sexual organs. So if you like, I like big boobs.
Or
Simple as that.
no, but
Like,
that's not a fetish.
yeah, I like fat ass.
There are some people who have like foot fetishes, like they're obsessed with like feet. Or some people who have like it's like almost like a kink, like an obsession with that one part of the
Is that
body.
bad,
one
though?
Thing.
I-
It can be. I don't think it always is.
Yeah, like if you go outside and a woman is walking and she has sandals on and you have a foot fetish and you just get on your knees and start rubbing her feet That's a problem.
Yeah, you should be locked up.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a
But if you
felony.
think in your
that's
head,
a problem.
wow, nice feet, and go on about your day,
Yeah.
that's a healthy
Right.
fetish.
Keep it in your head. It's fine.
yeah.
I just think we've just taken words and kind of changed the definition and had
Yeah.
like negative connotations to it. I think
Exactly.
people think fetish as creepy. Like you have some predator
I think-
view of
yes.
somebody and something.
That and also like some kind of like if a guy likes Asian women,
Mhm.
now like I think you start to go into the territory of like, does he want that Asian woman to be like serving him in his house, like on her hands and knees type shit? You know what I'm saying?
She has to bow every time she walks in a room.
Yeah, yeah. But like but like I also do kind of find it weird when it is like just like an ethnicity. Like I said, my shit is more like a physical type. Like I love like just ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But ass is
I don't
everywhere
care
now.
who
It
has
sounded like
it.
a little
Everybody
kid.
loves ass.
You ain't hear video.
Here.
I don't care who has the ass. I just want the ass.
No,
And
my
by
next
percentage wise, black women have the ass.
my next line of the fucking in that interview was I like pogs. You know what pogs
I
are?
have no idea.
Badass white.
Badass white girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I say I feel like there was a glitch in the Matrix when God was making pogs, like they were supposed to be black
Mhm.
because they always like black dudes too. Like they kind of like what do they call snow bunnies?
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
Like
like
Snow bunny.
yeah, yeah.
Rory, look at Rory. Rory
I'm
said,
so
"I've never heard of a
confused.
pog in my life."
Snow
Nah,
bunny, I think I've
pogs
heard about.
I love a pog.
Is it like an acronym? What?
Yeah, fat ass white girl.
P, fat.
And like I get along with them because remember
What's
they have that
the OONG?
swag to them,
Yeah.
like that black
No,
girls do.
P8.
Like they
That's
twerk,
you
you know.
you can't
Yeah.
spell. Yeah, it's
I need a girl that can
PAWD.
twerk.
Vinny said they twerk.
Like Latina girls don't really twerk. They like
Shit.
gyrate.
You crazy.
They
I gotta take you
gyrate.
uptown, Vinny. I gotta take you uptown.
Oh, do they twerk?
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
No,
Absolutely.
that's not a good pog.
Not like black girls though. It's different.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a difference. It's a difference for sure. It's definitely a difference.
They're like twerking like a fucking Spanish song.
So a pog is a thick
Like
white girl.
Rory, there.
Rory.
That's,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
a, that's
hell
a,
yeah. Sign me up. Sign me
Mad
up.
at it.
Shade room. Take me off. Take me off the shade room.
Yo.
Put me on
But to his point,
the white room, whatever the fuck.
that
white
girl
room.
always typically likes a black dude.
Yes, because I heard that. I think what's
I
Because a
heard
white
that.
man will call her fat. That's why.
yes. And white guys might have small dicks too.
Well,
They can't
I mean,
get past
according
all
to
the ass.
MTV,
Now-
you have the
now
biggest dick
being-
on earth.
What'd you say?
According to MTV, you have the biggest dick on
Rory
earth.
couldn't wait to bring
Not
that
on
up.
earth.
Rory's
but-
been talking about this for like 3 weeks, by
Not
the
on
way.
earth,
My
but
dick?
he said not on earth, but in his room. I like him.
Why? What'd I do?
I like him.
Were you talking about my dick?
Apparently, our dicks are on the table now too.
Yeah.
No, my dick is where it's supposed to be. I don't know what y'all talking about right now. I don't know what y'all talk about.
But
That
nah,
was
yeah.
a theme. Don't.
I know a lot of white guys that like have no idea what I'm talking about when I say I like a big ass.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like it
But I
just
feel like you and Paulie, like y'all kind of like the same type of
yeah.
women.
But and that's where I think the Italian kind of
But
comes
Italian
in.
girls are thick and have nice.
Some of them do.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like the waspy white guys, like Hamptons
Okay.
Yeah.
with the sweater tied and
Yeah.
the Patagonia,
Yeah.
they don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no,
they like
no.
skinny ass models. You know?
To me, they have black girl fetish. Like they'll only date the slim white girl, but like secretly in their basement,
Mm,
they have a fantasy about that, but would never want to act
Right.
on it because they don't view it the same.
right.
That
Nah.
to me is a fetish.
Who's
by
the
definition.
one? Who's the one? Black female that you're most attracted, like celebrity that you're just. Like,
Ooh.
I've never met her. I
Ooh.
would love to go on.
Or if you've met
Take
her.
Well,
to
let's do
dinner.
3. Let's do 3 because we
I would
made
love
them
to
do
take her
3.
to dinner. Hang out, vacation.
Who's out there nowadays? I'm trying to think. 'Cause I always was like a Megan Good person.
Okay.
And I actually knew her, so she was fire in real life. Like when I saw her, I was like, I didn't even know women like
Yeah,
can be this fine in real life. It was
Yeah.
insane.
Did you shoot your shot?
We were friends.
Okay.
Let's see who's out there nowadays. Like, I keep looking at
We
fucking
got to go.
Brittany Renner. I know we're gonna get there.
Brittany Renner's out here. She's out there.
She is converted. She's a Muslim now.
Salam.
So
Who's like? I'm trying to think of who's like. Oh, I like.
Lori Harvey's out there.
I
now.
like Lori Harvey. I
Yeah.
do like Lori Harvey. I like Chloe and Haley.
Chloe and Halle, yeah.
Yeah. I like the other one. I like not who's not Little Mermaid.
Chloe is
well,
not.
the one with some ass. It's okay.
Stop. That shit is crazy. Yeah.
And she can make beats.
Oh, she can make beats too.
Oh yeah. No, she's a very talented musician.
And she look at what turn Rory on. And she can make beats.
I told you when she did that making a beat tutorial in a bra, I was like, I would sign up for this content every month.
Yeah, like
That'd be my $20 Patreon.
OnlyFans, like,
but,
what's up? Yeah, I like her. I like Kayla Nicole. Like, she's like a friend of mine, though. You know Kayla Nicole?
Yeah, friend of the show.
Everybody loves Kayla. But yeah, Chloe's high. You got good taste. Vinny has good taste.
Okay, but she's young. Are you in the field for women that are in their early 20s? Because that's a tough.
It circles back to what we were talking before, like what chapter of their life they're at. And like, I don't think that just because someone is in their early 20s, they're not. Like, that's where like the suburb thing comes in. It's like, because I think we also got to stop telling people that they're children when they're 23, 25 years old.
Okay.
Because then people like start acting like they have an excuse to like just be fucking idiots. You know what I mean?
Accountability to what you're doing.
Yeah, because like, you know, you got to start, let's just say you want to get married around 30, then you should probably start looking when you're like 25. You got to meet the person, date them for a little while, and then be engaged for a little while. And then like, you know, you don't want to have kids immediately. So you're not.
I mean, your brain is still developing up until 25. So I get why people call people in their early 20s kids. But when it comes to the scope of being on the earth, you are now accountable for everything that you do.
Yeah, you're an adult and, you know.
And you should move as such.
I just have a little bit of hindsight being 36. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you should start thinking about things like a little earlier. But
you have a different perspective than most of us because you were famous at 20.
Yeah,
on like the biggest show. Yeah. So you probably had
the youngest cast member, right?
Yes, youngest cast member. But no, I mean, like I go through the same life shit again, trying to find somebody and stuff, and not that like my I don't know, like as the guys, I think like we just settled down a little bit later than them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be like the single 50-year-old dude in the club and shit. Like that's creepy. Hooking up with like young models and shit, you know? So that's why I'm doing it. I'm 36. I'm like, now's the time because I'm thinking of that little future time where it's going to turn into that, you know?
That's more of a New York thing though. Because if you go down south, like they have the tradition where it's like, I'll go to college, find my husband or wife there, and I go to work and I get married. By 25, they have 3 kids.
Right. And I don't think there's, you know, anything wrong with that, but that's what I'm saying. Like that, I don't, like I'll go out on a date with one, but then chances are she's going to be not on that same wavelength as me, you know?
I get that.
If I was in North Carolina,
different.
She would.
Do you have plans on ever doing like Jersey Shore again, or are you kind of done with that?
So we do the family vacation version, which is like the Saved by the Bell, the older years, college years, whatever the fuck. And we've been doing it for like 8 seasons now, and it has its own little, it's not as poppin' as the first one was, but people still watch it. The people that grew up watching us, they watch us now on that show. And every season, usually something major is happening that we revolve a season around. Like Mike, the situation went to prison. So we followed that journey of him going to prison, getting out of prison.
And he has a family now, married.
He has a family, yep.
You kept money on his books?
What?
Did you keep money on his books?
What does that mean? Did I keep money on his books?
Did you send him some money while he was
commissary?
Oh, hell no.
That's crazy.
Hell no. He was chilling in there. I went to visit him. That shit is like a camp.
Yeah, he was in one of those federal ones that.
Yeah, you go up
like
there.
Tennis courts and shit.
I was like, the prisoners are loose.
Yeah.
They're running around.
the prisoners
This is
are
just
loose.
that area that you're in.
Like an Olympic village.
Yeah. Literally. They were playing basketball. They're like, you want to play? I didn't have to sign in or anything. It was crazy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What was he locked up for?
Taxes.
Oh, okay.
Tax evasion and shit.
Yeah.
And he did like a year.
Oh, okay.
Kind of fun.
He had email. Like it seemed pretty fun.
I mean, Core Links, the email.
Yeah, Core Links.
Wasn't he locked up with the Firefest guy?
He was
one of those guys.
He was there when I was visiting. He was sitting in.
To me, that's a reality show.
Yeah, they should have put the camera
Like if
there.
if Billy Farland or whatever his name is and Mike the Situation are in jail together, why aren't the cameras rolling?
Yeah.
That's definitely something you got to watch.
And then just throw in like some type of brim to really mix it up.
Yeah.
Some gang member to throw in the middle of the mix.
No, we did that, and then like and then one year like Sammy came back because she wasn't on the new school, so then they captured that reunion. So there's been enough to just keep people invested in watching it.
Yeah.
But I definitely know that it's not going to last forever. That's why, you know, I've always had like this little love and passion for doing comedy, and I'm trying to like, you know, hopefully have a career doing that. But also like, you know, again, like all these other side reality shows that I do. And, you know, we'll see. Maybe getting to producing or something.
What's your biggest regret when you look back at Jersey Shore? Like something you did, you're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, our show was so chaotic and shit.
That's why I asked.
But that's what made it great. Like, I'm not going to say having a threesome with the lesbians was a regret.
I would hope.
Wasn't my best moment. You know what I mean?
It wasn't very becoming, but, you know, you're a young man learning.
It made me. And, you know, somebody was becoming that night. That was bad. Sorry, I'm sorry. She doesn't like me anymore. She don't. Demaris liked me, and now I ruined it.
No, I still love you.
Okay, thank you.
I was just thinking, like, because we always talk about like the bodies you take to the grave, and
some of the bodies were a regret.
That era of your life, you can't take them to the grave. Like you took them to cable television. Like they're all over.
Yeah, exactly. And
you guys created an actual term for the bodies you take to the grave.
Grenades.
The grenades. Well, no, a grenade was someone you want to
ugly friend.
Ugly friend, or just like whoever you're talking to, and even if you're a girl and you want, like, you know, you want to talk to the hot one and then the other one's standing there, it's like, I got to sacrifice myself and entertain this person and jump on the grenade.
But that usually becomes the bodies if you end up fucking, that you take to the grave.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, no, all my shit is out like, there. Yeah.
I definitely took, we would call it taking one for the team. The times in my early 20s when I took one for the team, I don't brag like years later, like, yo, I did that for you. I'd say never speak about that again.
Yeah.
I did that for you. And in return, you never speak of it. Yeah. And I'm never going to speak of it.
It was almost fun though. Like, cause back when I was just in that little bubble of Seaside Heights, New Jersey and Staten Island, that was the only thing I knew of. Yeah. So like, I'd be like, yo, this girl's a baddie, yo.
Yeah. Right. Now you look back.
Now you look back and I'm like, yo, I don't know.
But I feel like that.
Then like it jades you though. Then you start the Instagram, like it's like literally a little bit of a metaphor for life of like all the options and the social media and how like, you know, we're kind of just like all fucked up now because of it.
But everyone has that bubble because it all starts in high school, I feel like.
Yes,
when you go to another high school and you see those girls and you're like, yo, these are the baddest chicks I've ever seen. And the guys there are like, that's who you like?
Right.
It's just about seeing something new.
Different perspective. Yeah. Even me, when I moved into Manhattan, I was like, damn, this is
new world.
This is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Manhattan's.
But Staten Island and
come on,
the city are two different worlds completely.
So different.
Like they might as well be different countries.
Yeah. I call Staten Island Guido, Alabama.
That
it's
makes
just
sense.
Literally like it's like right wing Italian people and just, you know.
Speaking of right wing, did you see Trump on Aiden Ross's screen?
When I got in here, we were watching it, and it seems pretty entertaining. I wish he went to his house though. I don't like that they set up the thing at Mar-a-Lago.
I mean, he's coming off the bullet wound.
Yeah, I mean he gotta be careful of where he goes now. They're after him, obviously.
I want him in Kai Cenat's basement.
I mean, what's funny is you have to give it to Playboy Cardi because he never showed up to Aiden Ross. Trump showed up.
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi's a legend. He got paid and didn't even come. Trump even fulfilled his contract. This is wild, though. As someone that has a black girl fetish, is Kamala Harris a black woman or an Indian woman?
Rory.
I'm asking the questions people want to know.
I'm not answering that because I don't have a black girl fetish.
I said
like you, Rory.
I set the question up ridiculously because it was not a real question. Wait, he has the Tesla truck.
Oh, he pulled up in the Cybertruck wrapped with the shot.
This is a circus.
Cybertrucks I thought were going to be the coolest thing. And now like I see them on the street. I'm like, these are corny.
Everyone got their shipment in like the same week, I feel like.
I thought I liked it. It's starting to feel like, remember the big red boots?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's what the Tesla truck is starting to feel like to me. It's like almost like a hashtag.
Right.
It's like this is not even.
It was almost better in like in the imagination. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I first saw the videos, I'm like, that's fucking crazy. I feel like too many people have them. I thought like no one was gonna get one.
It would have been a rare thing. I'm kind of on the other side though. When they first came out, I was like, that's weird and ugly. I think they're kind of cool. But I'm with you that now everyone has one.
Yeah,
it felt like 1 week and every block there was another.
Right,
that was a rare thing.
That's the part.
I think they're kind of cool though. They're much bigger than I thought they would be. It's like a fucking tank coming down the street. Here's
is this Speed?
Speed, more streamer car related stuff. Speed jumped over 2 Lamborghinis over the weekend.
This should be in the Olympics.
Car jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's real though?
Well, he does one more. I don't know.
And
also encouraging a Lamborghini going 80 miles an hour to keep coming is hilarious.
How would you kind of fake that?
well, the second one's a McLaren.
All right, here's where I'm not trying to be a hater and calling this fake. Can Lamborghini stop on a dime like that? No tire marks, no nothing.
Well, they weren't
Can
going
they stop that quickly?
that fast.
Wait, isn't
They
this
weren't going that fast.
Isn't he like the Photoshop Pro?
No.
Is this
Peach
real?
is.
Peach?
Yeah,
Is this a deep
that's him.
fake?
And did like the
But there's other angles too, though, which make it interesting. Well, not this
Is there
one.
other angles?
Yeah, some people told not this. This looks like it's the same angle, but there were other people on site that took
Okay.
like, here's another angle.
Yeah, I want to see it from someone's like bedroom window.
word.
Like, look at this
Wow.
different angle.
Oh,
Okay, all right, then I
Not
take it back.
going
That's
that
real.
Fast. It's
That
going
looks real.
fast, but it's not going that fast.
From the original angle from the stream, it looked like it was going way
Peach,
faster.
what do you think? Does that
Which
look
doesn't
real?
take anything away from him. Jumping over a fucking car.
Yeah, I
twice
don't care
is
if it was going
insane.
20
Yeah.
miles an hour.
That's crazy.
I used to have a Lamborghini in Staten Island.
Oh, whew.
So
Pussy
you-
was
that
just
was
landed
fun.
on the
So, all right.
dashboard.
Nah, there was no pussy there.
So
That's
the King of
problem.
Staten Island is a movie actually about you. If you have a Lamborghini on Victory
What
Boulevard,
kind of lamp? What color?
you
What
pretty
was
much own the island.
It was a white Lamborghini Gallardo. They don't even make them anymore. I don't know why I did it. It was the stupidest thing. I never drove it. I'm telling you, that was my fucking bubble.
Yeah, you was just going crazy at that point.
Just
A white Lamborghini. It's
yeah.
And I
like,
feel
where
like
you going? You can't
You're
go
not
anywhere.
in Miami.
If you type in Vinny, you'll see me posing with it in front of like a McDonald's or something. There it is. See, but
And I'm
Oh
on
yeah,
the
you
side.
couldn't go nowhere.
Oh, that fit is hard too.
yeah,
Standing in front of a Lamborghini with a bike on your shirt is just like
I know.
And
It's
I'm-
like
I'm
you
with
don't
you.
know
You
what
said
to
you
think
never
of, you don't know
drove
what to
it?
think of me. You know,
You never drove it. It was just like a.
Nah, because like you can't drive it anywhere because like first of all you can't go to like a club or whatever because if you want to drink you're not going to let anyone else drive it.
Yeah.
Right.
And potholes, very
New York is not a Lamborghini town.
it's not. Miami is
yeah.
for sure.
I watched when we were doing Palooza, Just Blaze drove to Coney Island in a Lamborghini and he got out of that car. I said, Just, are you spending $400,000 tonight? Like, I know you hit a pothole on the way to
Yeah.
Coney Island
For sure.
in this
For
shit.
sure.
It's
And I think
definitely not
over there
cool.
was cobblestone,
Yeah.
I think over there too, which is worse. Like
Yeah.
I'm with fiscal responsibility.
Now I drive
but
a Jeep
I
and
feel
I
like
actually
you
have
should-
money.
I would do some fuck you shit. Like,
Well, it's not like, it's not like throwing it out the window. Like it still retains
Yeah.
a lot of the value, but just
still have it?
unnecessary. No.
Sold it.
I drive a Jeep. That's it. My shit is like, you can't see the money I spend now. It's in like HOA fees and
Yeah.
my parking spot is like $900 a month.
yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
So-
New York City.
Yeah.
No worry and mouse.
Maul, it is a fact that we have the best merch in the podcast game.
Without a doubt.
And on top of that, it's super easy to purchase, and that is because of Shopify.
And also, Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, from the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million stage, Rory? Shopify is there to help you grow.
Whether you're selling scented soaps or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere, from their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system. Whatever and whenever you're selling, Shopify has you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to any of the other leading commerce
Did you say
platforms.
36%?
36%.
I thought you said 35.
Maul, they've been so great with our merch. I use Shopify for my vinyls for my album.
Really?
Yeah. I spun the block and went right back to Shopify when I needed to sell something again.
Love Shopify.
Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/RoryMall, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/RoryMall now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/RoryMall.
You've got mail.
So, Vinny, we have this segment that we call voicemails where listeners will call in with questions, stories, advice. It's just a cool back and forth between the listeners.
Cool.
Julian, let's start with the first one.
Let's do it. Just as a reminder, subscribe to our Patreon. The voicemail is available on all tiers. Okay, which one did I want to start with? This one. All right.
What's good, Rory? What's good, Maul? What's good, Demaris, Julian? Big fans. I need y'all to tell me if I should confront my ex about this bullshit right here, right? And to put things into perspective, this is my ex from high school, and I'm 25 years old. So yes, this is a very old ex, but still, I'm petty, right? So just hear me out. Hear me out before y'all judge me, right? This was an ex where, you know, in high school, you think you're about to marry somebody, next thing y'all graduate, y'all separate ways or whatever. Cool. But we've always been cordial throughout the years, and of course she's moved on and has a new boyfriend. Cool, happy for him, right? I'm just now leaving Costco, right? Shout out to Costco. Costco over Sam's any day. And I see the nigga. And I don't really like nobody like that, but I just seen him off Instagram and shit like that, so I know what he looks like. So obviously I do the regular thing, size the nigga up real quick, you know, see if I can take the nigga, you know, just
That's not
random man
thing.
shit. But then I noticed something. This nigga is wearing one of my high school football workout shirts.
Oh, shit.
And I know it's mine because it has my number on it. Now, it don't have my name, but it got my number on it. First off, should I confront my ex for giving this nigga my t-shirt from high school? Yes, I know it was so many years ago, but what the fuck? And second of all, that nigga's a weirdo, is he not? Like, why the fuck are you wearing your girl's ex's high school t-shirt?
See,
I don't know. Y'all just let me know.
So
let me know.
before you answer, he left another. We're not going to play the whole thing, but the gist of it is he said the number and the year on the shirt, and not only that, he said it has to be his shirt because his number's retired. He said I was the man. No one's worn that number since me. And he said the shirt at one point was a long sleeve, but it has been cut to a cut off short sleeve shirt.
He's not. Dude is weird for wearing that. He's not wrong about that.
Why would you want to size someone up for that? Like, y'all are weirdos.
No.
Thank God I left this whole situation.
No. He was sizing him up because that's his ex-girlfriend's from high school's current boyfriend. So, you know, just like I'm looking at him like, okay, like whatever. But as he's sizing him up, he notices like the shirt. Like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
That's my shirt that I gave her. So he's that dude is weird because if I spend the night at a girl's house, first of all, she can't never give me a shirt. I'll just sleep shirtless or naked. Like, you're not giving me a shirt. I probably don't fit it. Then if you bring a big shirt, it's like, I know this was a guy's shirt that you used to date at one point. I'm not putting
women have big shirts that they may sleep in.
They do not.
If it has a specific football team on it.
A woman ain't buying no big shirt just to sleep in. Cut the shit, man. If a woman got a big shirt in the house,
the New York models,
a dude gave it to her.
What if she went to a Knicks game?
Who did she go with?
T-shirt can and the big
fucking shooting guard. Nigga, that's what she. Yeah,
well,
cut the shit.
This is you being, you're damaged. Like, not.
No, I'm being honest.
Fucking with the
you really don't think women just have big shirts that they sleep in that they bought on their own?
I have a huge Giants. Like, it looks like one of the team training shirts that my cousin like gave me a brand new shirt. Like, it doesn't mean that I'm fucking a Giants player.
That's different though.
Granted, I would think
right, I would think that too, right?
Yeah, I would immediately think that.
But a guy gave it to you, right?
Yeah, because
you're not fucking him, your cousin, but a guy gave it to you.
Yes.
My point stands. A woman is not buying big shirts to sleep in.
You eating with that.
What are we talking about? Why you acting like I'm saying something foreign?
Some women I've seen have like big shirts from their high school. Or like their college.
Yeah, I have big LIU shirts that were mine that no boy gave to me. Like, I have really big like shirts from LIU.
Now, with that said, if a girl gives me a shirt with a specific high school football team and a number, there's no way, one, I'm putting it on. Two, making it mine by cutting it and like bedazzling it.
Like, he cut the sleeves off.
He started out saying that it was an older ex.
Yeah.
So I mean, she kept this shirt for many generations of friends.
And then 5-6 years now.
Yeah.
And then gifted it to her current.
And this is why this guy might be like a weird cuck, the one wearing the shirt. What old high school football shirt do you think has like good texture that you're like, I'm gonna keep this no matter what the story is?
Yeah.
I just love this shirt.
And I'm wearing it to Costco's.
Well, maybe he just rolled over and it was on a, you know.
Could be
I'm going
laundry
into
day.
Costco shirtless instead.
Could be laundry day.
You know how many shirts is in Costco's?
Just buy one there.
Yeah, like, y'all know where he was
Also,
at.
you know how bad you don't need to go to Costco's? Just wait till you get another shirt and then go shopping.
Yeah, he's not wrong for that. That dude is a weirdo.
Well, he's weird, but you're wrong for wanting to fight him. Like, and you already had negative. You want her back. Like, you already were on timing before you even noticed it was your shirt. You sizing him up.
Yeah, but now that he know that's his shirt, I could understand him having a little like beef with Shorty, like
grow up,
rehashing a little, like, yo, I saw your new man. Why he got my shirt on?
Well, that was his question. Should he reach out to her? Should he?
No.
Nah, don't reach out to her. You don't reach out.
But also, I think he dodged a bullet. Like, that girl's weird too. Why are you giving your new dude
your old shirt?
She
my
wants
ex's high school
him
football.
to be him.
Yeah,
she's trying to relive it like some cosplay.
It might be an ego thing more than anything. I don't think she's like, oh, wear this shirt because like I miss him. Like,
subconscious.
No.
It could be subconsciously.
I'm telling you, no. No.
That's nasty. Putting your new dude in your old dude's t-shirt.
Tell me
disgusting.
about it.
That's disgusting. Oh, we know your story. Like your history.
Tell me about it.
Oh God, gee, I forgot about that whole ordeal. Y'all remember that with Demaris with the hoodie?
No, remind me.
Oh, yeah, kind of. Not
you gave
well.
him.
Vinny doesn't get him.
So my ex went on a date, and on the date, the girl he was on a date with posted, and it was a new Rory Mall hoodie that was mine.
Mm-hmm.
He gave her because she was cold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How'd you feel? What would you do?
It was August.
But like at least someone else has merch now.
Yeah. Push the brand.
Some fan merch.
But it wasn't a paying customer.
It don't say new Demaris on it.
Push the brand, baby.
Yeah.
Push the brand.
Like what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We get you. It's
You're
back there. Go
you're
get
the
a new
street
one. Like it's more back
Yo,
there.
I'm the street. Me and my love life is the street team.
Mm-hmm.
No, but what do you do when a girl, like you ever have a girl in your crib and she asks you if you have one of those like hair ties?
Yeah.
Why would you have one?
Oh, because I'm not shit, Vinny. It's like a revolving door in my house with the hose.
Right, but I'm saying like what?
I got regular tampons, heavy flow tampons.
I got a
What do you
whole
need?
section under my sink with women products.
Yeah, but as a woman, like, wouldn't you be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they really like a dude, like, and you're asking for another female product, it's the same thing, but it's just reversed.
We know
That guys,
we
be
know
fucking
sluts before we go to your house. We know if you're we can recognize a slur on the. We know what kind of men have hair ties and his ex's toothbrush in the house before we go to the house.
But
we know that
that's
already.
not fair because I had long hair, and when I grew my hair out, I had.
well,
hair
that's
ties
a
and
good
clips.
loophole. That's a loophole.
Yeah.
it's also gay, Vinny.
I was about to say.
How is
She
having
judged you in
long-
a different way.
How's that gay?
You had a
My
bonnet?
hair fell over like it was long.
You had a bonnet?
No.
Oh. I thought that's what he said. Sorry.
Okay. Everyone besides me, because I'm an angel, did you get whore impressions from each person in here the first time you met them?
Who?
Demaris, because
Oh,
she's
yeah,
saying she can tell when she meets a guy if they're a slut.
Well, that's not fair.
Yeah, I'm a whore.
His whole shit. Vinny's
She
whole
watched
shit
you
is
fuck on
documented.
TV.
Yeah, his whole
But
shit
I'm
is
like, I
documented.
don't
He can
get
be
a whore
reformed.
from Vinny though.
Right.
I don't
What?
get a whore from
I'm like an
Vinny.
endearing whore.
Just fucking did 6
This is
weeks in Vegas.
This is Vinny from Jersey Shore. He's not a whore.
That's what I'm trying to tell people.
But he gives whore by trade, like not whore by.
So a whore.
It's a make believe. I'm acting, guys. It's
the character.
yeah, I
that
don't
was
think he. I
reality
don't think he
TV.
wants
Reality
to be a,
TV.
I don't think he wants to be a whore. I think whoredom came for him, and he made the best out of a situation that
When
he
I
was
say
in.
that, I get.
He went on the audition to be a whore.
I don't think when you
Yeah, they didn't
audition.
pluck him out
When
of
you
Staten Island.
You're
audition.
acting like he was sex trafficked. No, it was his choice.
Yeah, he knew what he was signing
When
up
you
for.
went on Jersey Shore, did you know it was going to be what it was? Like,
He was hoping.
there's no way you
yeah.
thought it was going to be as much as it.
He knew
became.
house on the beach. I'm young. Like
yeah.
he knew what it was.
Yeah. But like, it's just like, I deal with this though, because like, especially when you do a podcast, like if I tell like a sex story or something, people are going to be like grasping at their pearls. I'm like, you guys watched me bring a girl home every night on Jersey Shore, but they also saw me. I have a family. I went to college. So like they don't associate me with that. I think you could be both. I'm a hybrid. I'm a hybrid whore.
That's a misconception.
I'm also not a whore anymore. I'm reformed.
You're a reformed.
Yeah,
Exactly.
God is still working on you.
I didn't get whore from you. I got charming, which means that pussy falls in your lap. That's what I always got. Was that
You
pussy
know
falls in
me,
your lap?
baby. That's because you know me.
Yeah.
you know how I give it up. You know, it just comes to
A
me.
charming whore.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a hoochie, not a whore though.
Yeah, that's good.
Like
He's a cute
Maul can
whore.
never be my man. Maul gives me friendly. Like you know how they be like, oh, you always smiling in bitches' faces. That's Maul.
Like he only gives it up on islands. Like he won't give it up in Cleveland. Like he has to be flown
Yeah,
to
that's
a certain
crazy.
spot.
Yeah.
I've given it up in Cleveland before.
It was All-Star Weekend. That's,
Yeah, it definitely was. I've given it up in Cleveland before for sure.
but that's a misconception though, that
Hey, yo.
a lot of whores come from good families. That's what the world, I
yeah.
think.
Those are the
We
best
all think
whores.
it's some broken home shit.
Yeah, no, those are the best whores.
Like you sitting down in your first episode with your mom and like the Italian food. That's a whore.
Yeah, that's a whore.
Family
whore in the-
oriented. He knows
whore
how
in the
to
making. Yeah.
we got another one?
Yeah, we can do another one. Let's do this.
Yo, what's going on? Salute to the team at New Orleans Mall. My name is Kajo, and I'm from Staten Island.
Hey.
And my question, it's not really a relationship question. I'm going to call it a health and wellness question.
Okay.
So when y'all are linking with someone new or someone you don't know that well, how do y'all go about talking like sexual health? Like me personally,
Damn.
unless we're in an exclusive relationship, I'm bagging up. I mean, I'm wearing a condom. But a lot of the homies say they don't be doing that. So
I'm the
am I the weirdo in the room? Always stepping up?
I'm also
you
the
the
homie.
angel.
That's my question. Thanks. And salute to everyone at the pod for real. Really appreciate what y'all do.
So that was 2 questions. The
Thank you
first
for that.
question is, how do you go about, talking about sexual health? The second question is, do you guys wear condoms? None of y'all do. We all know that.
Hey, I wear condoms.
Other than Maul.
I wear condoms.
I don't
Now
really
you
believe him
just
when he be saying
told
that shit.
me. I ain't.
What I just
whatever.
told you.
Nothing, Maul.
Inflation's crazy.
I said I wouldn't, but I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I wear condoms.
You can't be vegan and wear a condom.
Yes, you can.
Right.
Lamb skin. Wait, no, that's skin.
Yeah, see?
It's lamb.
Got to save the sea turtles.
Yeah, exactly. Think
I
about
feel
the
like
sea turtles.
you should ask someone if you're about to raw them down. When was the last time you were checked? Like,
That doesn't. People lie.
you have to start with, "Hey, I don't usually do this," so they
know that you usually
you
do
just
this?
know that this isn't even like me, but like
Yeah.
we're vibing. So I feel like I've known you forever.
Yeah.
Get that line off, and then ask them when was the last time they were checked. And if they say it's been a while, still fuck, but then go get checked.
I feel like
Wait, what?
Rory.
What? Okay, don't have sex with them.
People
you
are
go.
gonna lie. Don't listen. My chart is on the phone now. You can pull up your doctor. Just pull it up and show someone. Like, I don't feel like that's hard.
They should make
Literally-
rapid chlamydia testing.
Like COVID
I
testing?
think
Yeah.
they're onto something.
Yeah.
Like
They should.
walking out of the club, like they're
Something.
standing right there with the
Pee on
nose
a
thing.
stick or
Pee in
some
a
shit.
cup before you get in the Uber home.
Yeah.
Listen, the bathroom attendants at clubs now, I've always felt were super unnecessary. They make me uncomfortable. I never have cash to tip. No, I don't want the gum. They could do the rapid testing
Do it.
in the bathroom. You have to
Swab it.
come out with your results
Mm-hmm.
and like show it in the section at the club.
Yeah. I mean, there are still other ones that are blood that you don't want to get.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't just bank on that. I see.
Someone
I
walking
don't-
around with AIDS and not telling anyone is insane.
Oh, it happens.
I know it. I mean, that's how it spread.
It's
Yeah.
on the rise.
My
Yeah.
biggest, I wear condoms because my biggest fear is not just STDs; it's having a baby. So
Yeah, but that can
I
happen
don't.
with a condom.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean,
They say that to me, and I'm just like, yo, I'm not saying it's impossible,
yeah, if it breaks,
but if I'm wearing a condom
will.
with a girl and she gets pregnant,
yeah,
I'm gonna have a hard time
you're raising a
bonding with
child.
that kid.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying that's all. That's
Oh.
all what? I wasn't shooting for him or her.
Yo.
I'm sure it's case by case
I
basis.
pull out even with a condom on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yo, y'all,
Oh, that's
y'all are
whack.
serial
Yeah.
killers.
I don't.
Yes.
I'm learning. I don't. Well, I'm more of a raw guy myself.
Uh-huh.
But I always pull. I've never. Inside's too much for me. It's too much anxiety.
Yeah,
Way too much anxiety.
With a condom or without?
Without.
Yo, fucking a complete
You don't say.
stranger
Of
not
course.
giving you
I don't
anxiety
use
is
a condom.
hilarious.
I'm not really using it.
He said, leaving it in gives me anxiety. But having a complete stranger come into my home, knowing my address and entering inside their body gives you no anxiety.
That's in New York City.
Yeah, that's just that's a
that's
regular day.
boy math right there.
Yeah,
Boy, math.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, she walked up 6 flights. She must be trustworthy.
Yeah, but I'm all about the like having the. I have like crazy like that whole with the intention about the kids and shit. Like I'm having like sex talk and shit like
Yeah.
right away on the first date. Like
Well,
it's
you're Vinny from Jersey Shore.
well, I don't know. I kind of do it like it's a podcast, you know. I just like I just start like
content.
kicking it, talking about shit with her. You
would
know
you
what I mean?
would you have sex with a woman with a condom if you knew she had something?
No.
What?
No, absolutely not. That's a good question though. Never got that question.
I'm
You
just
think
saying.
people would say yes?
That's a good
Oh,
question.
Yeah.
Some people have said yes.
Some
before.
people.
No, yeah, because
Yeah, I
someone
don't
will be
believe
like,
so.
I
Because
have.
because wearing a condom, you thinking protect yourself from an STD, right?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
All right. So if you knew she had it, would you still hit it with the condom on?
I need to
No.
meet somebody that would answer that question with
All right
yes.
then.
If a girl's
some
like,
people
yo,
have.
I have genital herpes, but all right,
Well,
let me
that's
strap up.
not blocked by a condom. That's not blocked
Actually,
by a
right there.
condom.
All right,
Yeah.
I have gonorrhea. Okay, take some penicillin. Hit me in a few weeks. We'll see where this goes.
Vinny,
You're
when
fucking somebody that says I have an STD.
Trying to fuck and you have an STD is sick.
Yeah, like busting
That's
it open
insane.
and
You
that
worry
shit.
about the wrong
like you can't
shit.
take a week off
Yeah,
Word.
to
just
take the
relax.
fucking
Yeah.
penicillin.
Yeah, just go
read a
sit down.
book.
Go to the gym. Like have some self-care days. Go to
Yeah.
church. I don't know.
They're
How-
like FOMO.
FOMO. What if he's the one?
Yeah.
How quickly do you take the condom off once you start talking to somebody?
I mean, if I'm in like listen, I hate condoms, you know, but I try to get to the situationship level pretty soon
Mhm.
and definitely, you know, have the talk about the clean and the thing. I actually get checked a lot. I have anxiety, so I'm like a little bit of a hypochondriac, and I'm taking it off ASAP.
Yeah, but you only get anxiety until you get the results, and then you're clean, and then you walk out like, yes, ready to conquer the world and fuck again.
Yeah, but then, I don't know. As soon as because I do be like, if it's a situationship, it's tough now though, because even with a lot of girls are on birth control, which I don't advise them to be on birth control
because you want to police their bodies.
Trying to do the math. No. I get I'm trying to do the math of the joke. I'm saying I don't. I'm saying the opposite. Yeah. I don't want them to be on birth control. Isn't that better?
You don't want women to be on birth control?
I think whatever her choice is.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm just saying I don't want to selfishly be be on birth control so that I can fuck you.
So I can just nut.
Yeah, it would be beneficial. It would be beneficial to me if she was. So,
right.
What happens in that situationship conversation? What are the talking points of taking the condom off? Hey, I'm not fucking anyone else. Are you? What happens there?
Yeah. Well, that usually sometimes happens afterwards. After you, because sex is girls are fucking do it raw too.
They're guys.
Yeah. Girls
are humans are sick because we typically have that conversation
than us, I feel.
after you fuck.
Oh, you guys are wild.
Hell yeah. That's a fact.
I'm embarrassed to say how many times I've had that conversation after the sex. Like, yo, you good, right?
Yeah. It's always after.
I didn't ask prior.
Yeah, it's always
after.
And yo, you fucking someone else?
You know what's the worst? When you used to have a 3-pack and then you go through all 3.
And
then
you're like,
y'all just look at each other like,
wait, why'd you go through all 3?
Stallion over here.
And then if you spend a night,
stallion.
if you spend a night with a girl,
spending a night.
spend the night.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? You wake up the next morning, you want another round.
Got you. Yeah.
And it's like, all right, there's no more condoms left, but like
we did the condom thing already. I think
we did.
I think we've graduated.
We've had enough hors d'oeuvre.
Any STD you had cleared up in 6 hours.
Yeah. We tried.
Yeah, listen, we were responsible.
The latex killed whatever virus.
We were
was in there.
responsible for 14 hours.
Wait, but what if in one of those situationships, Vinny, if she says, okay, you're the only person I'm seeing and you agree that this is it, but she's not on birth control, will you stay?
Now we're getting into the Flow app.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where they're tracking.
You know a little bit too much.
This is Vinny from Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I'm a whore.
That's what he's supposed to do.
No, I've had girls in situationships and shit, and they track the ovulation. And on those days, I actually have worn condoms again.
Okay.
On ovulation time?
That's responsible.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm so scared of having a kid with out of wedlock and all that shit.
Out of wedlock or with somebody you don't want to be with? Because I don't think you don't want to be married and then have a kid. You want to have a kid with somebody. Is that how you want to do it? You want to get married first and then have a kid?
Yeah.
Isn't that what everyone does?
Yeah, that's not what everybody does.
He's an Italian Catholic from Staten Island. That's the only way.
That's the most traditional.
Yeah,
everybody ain't doing that.
I'm not saying everyone's doing that, but
not doing it on
everybody's
purpose.
not going
People
to the,
want that. It's just hard for them to attain it.
That's the way you're supposed to.
I know how we supposed to do it, but we not doing that.
No, you're not doing that, Maul.
I don't have no kids, so clearly I'm not doing that.
But that's what I want. I want to do it that right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you want to family.
If it didn't happen like that, I would do it the other way. But
if you're with somebody now, and it's like your girlfriend, and your girlfriend gets pregnant, like you're not upset at that. Versus if it's a girl you just met.
Of course. Well, I would probably be upset about that too. But
if your girlfriend got pregnant,
well, yeah. I mean, how serious are we? I don't have relationships that last that long.
I like the 3-month honeymoon phase is usually the best.
Say you're together for almost a year.
Okay.
And she gets pregnant.
Then, yeah. I mean, I guess if but she better be the person I want to marry, though.
She better be.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm saying. I want to have
you want a family?
Yeah, family.
I get it.
You mentioned situationships, right? Like, once we get to the situationship stage, how do you know that you're at that stage? Like, how do you set up the situationship?
Situationship to me is like when you're definitely like seeing each other for a couple of weeks, but you don't really know, you don't want to call it a relationship yet because I'm very like intentional. And especially with me, it's weird. It's like, what am I going to do? Like call somebody my girlfriend in like a week or two,
right?
And then like introduce her to the world as my girlfriend, especially on Jersey Shore. Now with the family vacation one, when we bring a significant other around, you're like getting married. Like people are bringing around like that. But otherwise, like it wouldn't really even make sense. Like back in the day, it would be like, we could bring anybody, they should be gone by the next morning. And now it's like, it's something so serious. So for me, I'm like, we're going to be at the situationship level for quite a while until we want this to be a relationship. And to me, like the relationship word, and I shouldn't put so much weight on this, but like it's almost like a precursor to like marriage for me. Like we're in like a mini marriage to see if we can get there. I never used to think of it like that, but now that I want marriage, that's how I think about it.
I don't disagree with that, especially at 36. If we're getting in a relationship, the goal here should be marriage, if that's what you're looking to do. So yeah, I don't think that's
and that's why
an odd way to look at it now. If you were 22, I'd be like, just get in a relationship and figure out what it's like to be in one.
And that's why I don't think that the situationship label is so bad, because like, of course you don't want like a guy to just string you along for like a year of a situationship, but we're just not in a full relationship right away. There's a lot of things. Like, I feel like we should like travel together. I feel like we should like, you know, like I had that once, like there was a girl that she was like, you never claimed me or whatever. And I'm like, you didn't sleep at my house. And I was seeing you for like 3 months. Like, I need to know that I can like.
But why does she never?
You go to hers?
Nah.
Playing away games? What was the
hotels?
Nah, like she would come to my house like during the day. She was a little younger, which again, back to that younger thing. She was like 23, but I think it was like she lived with the family and like, you know, and I can't even hate on that because like I was mad strict with like my little sister and shit too. So, but yeah, it was like one of those things where I'm like, I'm willing to put in this work till your family is cool with it or whatever, but we're not boyfriend and girlfriend until we get to that point.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't commit to this until you're allowed to sleep over.
Yeah, literally.
That's
fun.
Was there ever a time like maybe in the later Jersey Shore seasons that you met a chick that was on camera and like kind of liked her, but it didn't fit for a storyline? So,
it didn't fit for a storyline. I mean, I didn't really have time for that shit back then. I mean, I was stupid. I used to like fall in love every time I met a girl back then. Like
every night,
yeah.
But
like
you guys can't have phones, so you couldn't like keep in contact.
Remember, like in Miami, there was that girl Ramona.
Yes,
she was like, me and Paulie were like, we were like serious about dating for a day.
Yeah.
Which is smashing girls every other night, and then we were like, this is the one, you know.
Which is, by the way, like always a best friend combo on like a Sunday morning. Like, bro, we got to stop doing. This is our time now.
Yeah.
We got a double date.
But that was the one.
Well, like that was just an example of like a girl on the show, met her on camera, and you know, we were like a little bit like that, you know, but nothing back then was real. Like we were just meeting girls left and right, and then went home to our real life after that, you know.
And I would imagine at that point when you guys were in Miami, like already the biggest show, could you even trust the girl that you would meet at that point that would actually like you for you?
I don't know. I mean, people ask me that still to this day, and I'm like, first of all, like I get with a lot of girls that like are out of my league and shit, and don't even, you know, like know who I am really and shit.
Yeah,
black girls.
Like, I didn't want to know who you are though.
Some of them, but I'm not really like their demo.
I will say, sorry, it's my daughter.
Oh shit.
My freshman year of college, which was a predominantly black college, every episode we were all sitting there, women included, glued to the TV.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but I don't know. Like I could just kind of tell like who's like a fan and who's not, and if they're a fan, who cares? Like as long as they're like upfront about it. It would get me mad if they're like sneaky about it. I'd rather a girl be like, I know exactly who you are. I love you. At least I know, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I hate when people are like mad quiet about it and then you find out they know every little thing about you.
Please give me an example when that happened.
Which one?
Of
the first
when you
one?
didn't think they knew who you were and then later on we're like, oh, you're a fan.
Well, no, like it happens more like when people come up to you and shit, they like act like automatically like egoically they have to be like, I don't even know who you are, or like, you know, or like who are these guys, and then like they'll be like, oh, I loved you episode 4 when you
they know the exact
when you did this with Snooki or whatever. You know, that shit happens all the time. That's like everyone's default.
No homo, I did it to you in a Mondrian elevator.
Oh really? You acted like cool about it?
Well, I
heard this on the pod.
I walked into the elevator and you were there, and like I was a fan of the show, but I was like, all right, in this 30 seconds, what am I gonna say? Trying
to give you elevator
crazy.
That's crazy.
No, but if you don't say anything, it's cool.
I wasn't trying to fuck you, but I felt afterwards like, I should have just said something.
No, I'm not saying people that don't say anything. I'm saying that people that say something and act different, and then they act like they don't know who you are.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm always trying to determine like, is this person serious or
Yeah.
do they really know who I am? That kind of like is a weird kind of
That's
thing.
a weird space.
Yeah.
Because it's weird that energy. You're like, all right, I don't know how to
Yeah.
approach this conversation.
Do you go through that?
Oh, not really. But I do. I've met women that once they told me that they listen to the show or they follow the show, it makes sense because I'm like, oh, okay, I could sense the apprehensiveness when we first met because she heard me say something and like, oh, he's a dick, or he thinks this and this is how he is, and he's not the relationship guy. Whatever they think they know from me from the show,
Preconceived, yeah.
you can kind of feel it like, oh, okay, this is why I felt like you were a little standoffish.
Yeah, I don't like when people do it and then use it against you. I had that recently too. Like a girl was like, trying to say I was like a mama's boy and shit like that, because like I've been on camera with my mother 3 times.
Your mama's boy now. Yeah,
and now it's like you live with your mom. She shaves your back. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, I haven't lived with my mother in like 12
GTO with your mom?
12 years. Yeah. So like that kind of shit, I'm like, listen, like you can know the show and whatever, but still,
you don't know me.
Don't like be smart enough to realize like
it's a show.
It's a show. We're entertaining,
Yeah.
What is like the biggest, whether it be in dating or just in general, what's like the biggest misconception or like public fodder that annoys you the most that people say about you?
That's probably one of them. That'll probably be like the whole like
mama's boy thing.
Yeah, like the mama's boy thing, because my mother is so carefree. She's not like the overbearing Italian mom that like wants me to be in a relationship or doesn't want me. My mother is like so cool and everything. And like there was actually a period of time where I grew up with like with no money in Staten Island, and then like when I made a little money on the show, I bought a house and like I tried to do like the baller thing and buy like a mansion where like my mom lives in like one part of it and my sister lives in another part of it. And I took the basement.
Okay.
I turned it into like a bachelor pad, pool table, the home theater,
your own entrance,
the pool outside with the own entrance and shit. And it was like, Vinny like lives in his mom's basement. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's my fucking mansion. You know what I mean? So like shit like that.
This is the master bedroom is here.
I bought this out.
You think my mom is balling like that? But I don't care. That's a good stereotype to have. Like, I love
absolutely
being a mama's boy.
Hell yeah.
Because I feel like you were probably the only one on the cast that was, and I'm not trying to say this offensively, was actually Italian and from an Italian community. There was a lot of backlash from that first season from the Italian community. Like, this is embarrassing us and this isn't how everyone that's Italian acts and this is a bad stereotype. Was it weird going back to Staten Island? Did you get some of that pushback?
Nah. So a couple things there. First of all, a lot of them are Italian or at least partly Italian and from New Jersey as well. Because people think that they're not from New Jersey, but like Sammy, Dina, Mike, who else? Jenny now. Like a lot of people are half were like from New Jersey. Okay. The Italian thing is like I think that organization just kind of wanted a little bit of clout. So they were like making some noise in the beginning and it worked because people, when the fuck else did you hear about Unico?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Until the United Nations of Italian, whatever the fuck it is.
And they had their hands full between Sopranos and you guys. And it's like, you guys are trying to ruin amazing TV on both sides.
I think they pop out every time they want to do like a fundraiser or something like that. And, but no, I never really got it because like, I looked the least like the Italian character, the Guido caricature. So I kind of was like a good representation of being off the boat Italian. They look more like normal people,
Mount Rushmore of Staten Island reality TV stars. Because you guys
are there that many?
I feel like half of Mob Wives is from there.
I don't only know like 2 of them, their names.
I feel like Staten Island for some reason has so
reality TV.
Yeah.
Besides, okay, so I remember the Mob Wives. Besides me and the Mob Wives, who else are from Staten Island? I mean, we can't put Wu-Tang up there. They're not reality stars,
I mean, depending on how you look at it.
Wu-Tang?
They had a documentary.
Yeah. Redman did an episode of Cribs once.
On Staten Island.
The best one.
Classic.
The best one.
Julian, do we have one more voicemail?
Yeah, let's do it. This is good.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Rory, Ma, Julian, Baby D, of course, Yomi, fine ass.
She's never even been on camera.
I have a question real quick. If you got a homeboy that's like Rory, for instance, like you got a homeboy that's not black, do you think that if they say a non-black joke, like say they just say a joke, but it's funny as fuck, but it's kind of like racist a little bit. You know how racist jokes be funny. but not they don't say nigga or nothing like that, but they just say a racist joke, but it's funny as fuck. Is that cool for y'all, or do you say, nah, bro, you can't say that? Like, do you stop them from being able to say that?
Do you listen to this podcast?
I mean, I'm going to say, like, my black friend says the most racist shit that I know. I guess I have to word this correctly. If it comes from a good place and it's not a malicious thing and you're not using, like, actual racial slurs.
I think we know where.
I think you can gauge the line where you would look at somebody
clear.
like, you meant that shit. That wasn't really a joke.
Yeah, that wasn't a joke. Yeah.
Well, I do stand up every night and in New York, and
how's that going?
The hardest part is talking about any kind of race in front of white people.
Yes.
Because white people just get tight.
Cringe.
They're not allowed to, they don't know what they should laugh at or whatever.
Yeah.
When there's black people there, like you can finally exhale and make jokes and make like say the word
we
black.
Know we know it's jokes. It's like, bro, we know like this guy is
best comedy fans. When you get the black people laughing, oh, it's the best.
Great night.
Yeah. But it sucks. Like you might have this like amazing premise and then the white people, you can't even try it on them because they're not going to laugh.
Yeah, they're uptight.
And with cameras, like you can't even be seen two white people joking about something. You feel like this was some meeting that was happening. This wasn't a comedy show. These were two white guys that got together.
These are y'all expressing your feelings. Like, y'all not making jokes.
Not one person here to gauge if this is actually funny or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Rory, were we at Louis C.K. show, right? The sorry one together. I think I remember him going off. Remember the bit about the grocery store and the banana and the black woman? And when he's telling this whole like long joke story, and there was a black woman, I think, sitting either next to Rory or in front of Rory, and there was like this like white guy next to her and like behind her, and they were like howling laughing, and I just kept like watching the black woman. She was getting so mad at them laughing at the bit. It just reminded me of that. Like she was so pissed off that these guys thought this premise was so fucking funny. It was like one of those like, should I laugh moments.
That's why white people don't do it though, because they don't know what they're gonna look like to the other crowd, to the audience members and stuff. Yeah.
I think more of the established comedians, like obvious example, Bill Burr does great race stuff, but I think he can get that off because Bill Burr has been around for 20 years and we know who he is. Like we know he's really not saying anything that is that racy.
You know the guys, that the white guys that are comedians, like you know, because obviously they've been around. People know them. People can vouch for them. They hang out. Like you just gotta. It depends on if people, know you. If they know you and know like he's just talking shit. Those are just jokes. I don't see why it's.
That's what you have to do. Like the comedians. Like first of all, if you notice, like a lot of times they'll set the table that like they're not a racist person. You get the people on your side.
Yeah.
Because you can't just be up there off the rip, first joke.
You gotta set
what
it.
I mean?
You gotta set the tone.
And the joke has to be funny.
Yeah.
And like really smart and like not just like going right at like a stereotype, Yeah. Like Mark Norman, you know who that is?
Of course.
Love Mark.
Fucking great.
We had him on.
He's been on the pod.
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah.
He's the best. He does black jokes all the time, but they're like super complex and layered, and he does it for every race. It's amazing.
Did you feel weird getting into the stand-up comedy space coming from reality TV?
Yeah.
I imagine it's not as welcoming.
What'd you say?
I'm sure it's not as welcoming for a lot of stand-up comics that are like, all right, you're trying to do this.
You'd be surprised. What got me into it mostly, I have a lot of like comedian friends, and like of course, like open mics are weird with like people like that just started. They look at me like funny and stuff, and like they're kind of just I don't really fuck with them. But if I go to like the Comedy Cellar and like like Russell Peters like or someone like my big comedian friends is there, they'll be like, you want to jump on? You want to do some time? Like they try to throw you into the fire.
Yeah.
So they're not like against it. Like yo, you can't do this shit. Comedy is one of those things where it's like anybody can try it. It's not like you're trying to be a singer and now you're adding auto tune to it and you can like manufacture this act. You can't really do that. It's like you could be anybody. There's the microphone and there's the audience. If you want to try it, it's the hardest thing in the world. Go
for sure.
Go fucking try it. But I gain the respect of them because I do it in the basements and the grungy places where no one knows who I am for the most part. But it is hard to do in front of the audience because 90% of the room doesn't know me. 10% are freaking out. People are chatting when I get on the stage. They're Googling me at the table. I have to like kind of always have this weird little thing and back and forth with the audience when I get up there that a lot of comedians don't go through. And I have to be funny because I'm already on TV.
Yeah.
And they're expecting you to be even funnier than probably the regular comedian.
Yeah, I'm
probably judged harsher.
Technically, I'm like an open micer.
Yeah.
We're doing it like for a year. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's not the first time I've ever been on stage, but it's definitely challenging. But as far as the comics and shit, they're really welcoming. Also, what I do is like, I'll do like my Vinny and Friends show at the stand, and I'll put a bunch of other comics on before me. So as long as you have like a good ego and stuff, because I've heard horror stories with like John Mayer doing stand up and T.I. and people like that, you know, where
Steve-O got a lot of shit. I mean, ended up being pretty good at it for the most part.
He found his little niche and stuff. Yeah.
Brendan Schwab is probably the most hated human being on the internet, but I've seen it be tough for some people when they already had a name and something else to try to do stand up comedy.
Yeah, you can't just like go up. Also, like I don't know, I love like, I'm more of like a Norman guy. I like writing jokes and like, because I used to study like improv and sketch comedy at the school UCB in the city. So I kind of just like take that formula and put it on stage. A lot of times, like, you know, people will go up there and it's not no fault of their own, but they like start telling stories and they're like looking for the funny parts and stuff. I'm not like that. I feel like that can set you up for people to be like, what the fuck is this? You know, because this was funny to your friends, but not right now. I'm more of like a setup. I know where the punchline's coming. At least like there's some kind of semblance of like an act, and that still bombs too. But that's the way I look at it.
What was the worst you've ever bombed?
Worst I've ever bombed. Well, worst I've ever bombed was like years and years ago when I was more of that guy that I was just describing, and I just went up at the Laugh Factory, like one of the biggest clubs in LA. And I just thought like all comedy clubs were the same, and I'm like, oh, I can get up there and do. Meanwhile, you know, there's like monsters going on, and I got up there and it was like I think it was Persian night.
Oh my!
And I was making like Mexican jokes, like it just did not make any. And I thought of it that day.
I mean, you should have just gotten to a Kramer bit from there. He did well when he bombed at the Laugh Factory.
Right. Thank God I didn't do that. But
a room full of Persians would be crazy. Like,
they laugh along.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It made it was hard. Material. It was terrible. But no, bombing is part of it though. Like you have to learn how to bomb and how to do it. So like, you know, everybody.
And you're familiar with grenades, so
I'm familiar taking all the bombs, taking all the grenades. So yeah.
Julian, if you have one more good one, cool. If not, I think we can wrap up. But I'm not against one more.
I thought you don't wrap up.
I don't. I have a child sitting in the lounge right now to prove it.
Yeah, we can do this one. Here we go.
What's up, Rory and Maul? It's DJ. I called before. So I got a quick question. What is something somebody said to you that stopped you from moving crazy? So backstory. Me and my best friend just came back home from college. You know, we were both 4 years in Kansas, so really no access to anybody. We came home, we moved into an apartment together, and we had pretty much girls in and out the house all the time. To the point where one of the girls I was dealing with at the time said, hey, you have sex demons in the house. Granted, she might have been right because we had a lost and found in the house. But by her saying that made me slow the fuck down to the point where I became the super big relationship guy. Now I'm in a 2-year committed relationship. Don't be moving crazy. But yeah, what is something crazy someone said to you to stop you from moving the way you did?
I'm pregnant.
We just yeah, that'll slow you down. Well, it should slow you down. I know some niggas that step on the pedal harder.
You know how I know he was really, really moving crazy? He got to the voodoo sex girl.
Yeah.
Ended up fucking. I got to that place one time and I was like, I gotta slow my roll. Once she starts coming in and doing spells in your house. Like, this is where I've gotten.
I said that. What I said, we spoke about that last week, and I said one of my homegirls was like, "You're socially lazy. Like you fuck with people you shouldn't be fucking with at all, just because
sex demons in your house."
Yeah.
Do you sage? Demaris, you're partly one of those girls.
Mm-hmm.
You believe in spells and shit. Can you smell when there's sex demons?
More than sage, because the sex demons are not in the house; they're in the person.
I'm the sex demon.
Yeah.
You need
you need to be
open the
saged.
door and we can leave
and walk out.
But no, I've had moments that have stopped me, but they were more so me learning about myself rather than someone saying something to me. But I've had friends pull me aside, Maul included one time at a lounge. when I was doing something, and you pulled me aside. I was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, he was wilding.
What,
yeah,
I'm about to take a grenade.
No,
wasn't
furthest
a grenade
thing from
at
a
all.
grenade. I just was moving crazy in public when I shouldn't have been. This was a very long time ago.
Yeah.
And Maul grabbed me and was like, what the fuck are you doing? So I have had those moments, and that's why you need good friends to tell you those things, so you don't end up with the voodoo girl that tells you something, because you're damaged goods at that point. So that's, I think Maul has told me that.
Yeah, I definitely told you that before.
And I feel like, with the show, the producer said the opposite.
They want you to act crazy? Yeah,
You're not doing
100%.
enough.
They need it.
Yeah, they put you in a equation that everyone always asks, like, is reality show scripted? I'm like, it's not scripted, but the producers know the right equation. It's sculpted, yes. You're put in a situation where, like, even if someone like talks at you, now you're like thinking of like, how am I going to look in this situation? Even if you don't give a fuck, it's like a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, do I talk back? And like now people are going to hate you for that. So it's like, you're put in these situations once you have a bunch of cameras pointed at you.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know if I could do it.
All right. Well, Vinny, thank you so much, man.
It's an honor.
I've learned some things about you today that I wasn't expecting, but I think overall you're a cool guy.
Thank you, sir.
I've been like kind of like doing the calculations. Like,
Yeah.
Vinny, cool guy, man. I vouch for Vinny. He's a cool dude.
And I'm excited to do your podcast today.
Yes,
We're gonna walk
thank
over.
you so much. You're gonna have. I'm gonna introduce you to my female audience that comes to my stripper shows.
Oh, great.
Oh, man.
So
What if we film Vinny doing the Chippendales routine?
No, thank you.
And then put it on Patreon.
We don't need that.
No?
We cool.
No,
You'd
you
have
don't
to pay me a lot.
I was about to say, I don't know if we can afford his fee.
Yeah, we cool.
The girls ask me that because like I did Chippendales. They're like, "How much to show up at a bachelor party?" I always say the same thing.
They can't afford that.
I say 100K.
Yes.
Exactly.
Now, what if they offer you 100K? Then what?
Looks like I'm shaking dick. I'm doing the helicopter.
Wait, how
100K, yeah.
100K.
Oh, you can do the
What are you gonna?
helicopter.
What are you gonna
100K, I'm
do?
doing
I got
that
to.
I might do that for less than 100K.
For 100K, listen, 100K.
All I'm doing
cash?
is stripping.
With some women.
Cool.
just want
One day.
Oh, come on, man.
She has like 3 hours of work.
Listen, let's do
What
it.
about, I didn't ask in the beginning when you were doing the Chippendales, you said 6 weeks in Vegas. How many shows a day or night?
It was like Friday through Sunday. So 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday.
5 shows a week. Wow.
Yeah, but then during the week, it was like very easy. That's why I did it,
I get it.
NewRoryMall.com. Tickets available now for our live shows. We will be in Detroit August 22nd at St. Andrews Hall. August 25th, we will be in Chicago at the City Winery. And then we are in London September 11th and September 18th. In Toronto, October 17th. In Atlanta, November 22nd. And then back home in New York, December 13th and December 14th at the Gramercy Theater. Tickets available now at NewRoryMall.com. Hope to see you there. Vinny, thank you so much, my brother.
Thanks for having
Appreciate
me.
it.
Vinny, do you want to
Anytime.
come to our New York show? You want to come to our New York show?
Yeah, when is it?
December 13th.
All right,
December 14th.
I got to see if I'm stripping December 13th.
Vinny's going to see if he's stripping. Not at our show, though. We'll talk to y'all soon. Be safe, be blessed. I'm that nigga. He's just ginger. Peace.